2010. Okay, where was I? I'm so confused. Rachel, what's the matter? Eddie looks up at Samara. I thought you got all fucked up and retarded after that stupid horse incident. That's why I was always so hard on your mom. I didn't mean to be an asshole. I just couldn't believe it. Samara, I was never retarded and brain damaged or anything like that. You just didn't notice because you were too busy only seeing what you wanted to see. Wow, that's like some serious delusion. That could actually be like a serious drama. You got wasted. You didn't listen to our side of the story. Eddie, are you serious? He starts crying. I tore our family apart. I'm such a bad father. Noah, deja vu. Samara comes over and hugs him. No, you're not. I still love you. Everyone else, aw. Marty takes a picture on his cell phone. Pitt picks up a paper bag, and you know what's funny? I know Marty had one of those like early 2000s phones because the first iPhone I think came out in 2008. Nobody really had it yet, so yeah. Like if somebody had it, it was weird, you know. Okay, I still love you, everyone else. Aw, Marty takes a picture on his cell phone. Pitt picks up a paper bag in the corner of the room. Hey, does this belong to anybody? Noah looks over. Oh yeah, that's mine. He turns to Rachel. Rachel, you never guessed who I met in Ebola, who showed me the paper bag trick. Rachel rolls eyes flatly. Was it Meg? Noah, wrong. He rips open the top of the paper bag and throws it up in the air. One of those glowy anime silhouettes, like in Pokemon, Sailor Moon, etc., when they transform, leaps out of it and lands on both feet on the floor before returning to a solid figure. I love these descriptions of, like, these, like, special effects. Figure, aka Andy, with open arms. Free at last, free at last. Is that from a movie, or is that just, like, a trope? Eddie looks up. Andy, Eddie! Me. Oh my god, those two names are giving me a headache. XI. Emoji face. Cue Homeward Bound music. They run to each other and hug, yada yada. Andy, I've waited so long to see you again. So long. I even saved myself. I haven't been with a single man since I've been in Ebola. Okay. Noah to Rachel. Guess I was wrong about you cheating on me with him. Rachel, yeah, I told you. Hey, wait a minute. Are you calling me a man? Noah, well, if the jockstrap fits. Eddie to Andy. What? Not even Chase? Andy, nope. Eddie, not even the warden? Andy, nah. Eddie, not even that perverted janitor? Andy, I love you, Eddie. Eddie, how can you love me after how I treated you? Andy, because our love is strong and true. Remember the pact we made when we first met? Eddie, flashback to the two of them in the snow, tripping hella hard on acid. Eddie, holy mayonnaise, that snowman is alive. Andy, 1 exclamation, like 5 exclamation points. 1137 lowercase y, third 2, like 7 more exclamation points, rolling around laughing in the snow. End of flashback. Eddie, no. Andy, well, our love is strong and true, and we got a kid now, so we gotta be good parents for her, you know, raise her right. Eddie nods, you're right. You wanna go home, go back to the farmhouse, just start over? Andy, that sounds divine. They do a soft, pretty little kiss, and then a harder one, and a harder one. Pretty soon they're doing ultimate makeout X60 in the middle of the cabin floor. Everyone, weirded out emoji face. Samara pulls her hair over her eyes. Rachel, well, I don't know, it's kind of sweet. I love seeing a romance rekindled. Noah, what about a romance that's just starting? Rachel looks over at him, huh? Noah, you know, our relationship has been nothing but sex, drugs, and drama ever since we met, but I think I'm ready to try and be a real father. I don't want to be one of those dads that kids grow up and write angry songs about, and then they get famous and millions of people hear the song and shoot the eyes, crotch, and nipples out of the pictures of the dad for BB gun practice. Rachel claps hands. Oh, Noah, you are the man I thought you were. Whose babies I wanted to have. Yeah, who you beat the shit out of all the time, but okay. Noah, who did you think I was? A dirty white boy with a car full of crack? Rachel, yes, but who was a good father, too. Ooh, let's go on honeymoon. Squeals happily and leaps into Noah's arms. Tijuana, here we come. Noah, shaking. Fuck, you're so heavy. Narrator, and so the mystery was solved. Marty went home to his family, and because of his involvement in the secret ghost police, beating Kurt at DDR, it says in parentheses, his mom and dad got the prize of ghost-seeing goggles so they could be with their boy again. This is like fucking like a fucking American Horror Story where it's like death basically means nothing because like as long as you're in the house, like the ghosts are basically exactly like humans, like you can't even tell. As according to my dad, at least, that's what he told me because I didn't watch the show. I only watched first episode at Halloween. Rachel quit her job at the newspaper and instead got a new job as an undercover reporter for Playboy. Is that like that movie The Bunny's Tale? Where all the Playboy models were being like abused with like tight suits and fucking heels that didn't fit them and shit like that. Cut to Rachel's old boss sitting in a bar and talking to the bartender. Boss. So she called me up to say she was quitting. She said that I suck. He shakes his head. I can't even say it. That's funny because that's like from a real story from high school. Because like we had this really really cool science teacher in senior year, and I can't remember one of the kids. Was, you know, everyone would just be so profane, and one of the kids, I guess, told him jokingly that he sucks dick. Somehow, I don't remember how it got to that point, but they were joking around, and they were like, "You suck dick," but it was like it was like funny, like playful, like what they weren't like mad at him or anything. And then he was like, "She said that I suck. I can't even say it." So that's from my teacher. He's so cool. Um, Narrator. Andy went back to adult audience only trick horse riding. He became more popular than ever before because of the new tricks he incorporated, which he had learned while in Ebola, of course. Eddie even got over his grudge, not grunge, against mailboxes and put his name on the mailbox. Well, sort of. On the inside, anyway. Eddie. Baby steps. Narrator. Aiden started studying with Samara and started getting good grades in school, which got the teacher off his back. No one ever suspected them when the principal's car ended up on the roof, upside down and covered in sheep's blood. And with whole human teeth and toenails planted around it. Oh my god. And so there was nothing left to do but throw a big celebration. Oh my god, a fucking course. Just like this is the ending of every story. You know what's funny is when I was a freshman in college, I think it was like it was like right near the beginning of the school year, like it was one of the first times I ever walked into the dining hall. And, like I walked past this table and these kids, I'm pretty sure now looking back on it that these kids were talking about a dream, like this guy was saying a dream that he had, but I didn't hear that part. I don't know for sure. For all I know, maybe it's real, but I doubt it. Like, it would be so funny if it was real. But basically, this is what I heard. Right, I was walking past this table and I heard this guy telling his friend a story. He's like, yeah, so you know, we took the vending machine up. I think it was a vending machine or something like that up to the roof, and like you know we were threatening to throw it off, and we were like, if you don't want us to throw the vending machine off the roof, like you have to give us Oreos in the cafeteria, you have to give us a slushy machine, and you have to give us like one other thing. He's like, I think it was like I can't remember, but he was just like he's like yeah, and then they met all our demands, but we threw the vending machine off the roof anyway. It's so fucking funny. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, I don't know why. For some reason in comedies, I always, like I've said this before in another video, I always think that like people getting trampled on is like funny. And the other thing I always think is funny is like things getting thrown off of buildings. Like, you know, there's like that one. This is like the third or fourth time I've mentioned South Park today. But when you even it out, this is like my fourth video, so when you even it out, like, you know, it's only like once per video, I guess. But anyways, you can see the sun going down. Like, you watch these videos, not that anyone will ever watch these videos like back to back, that's like a huge time commitment, but you can see literally see the sun going down. Like, you can see how like low quality my camera's becoming like now because the sun's like setting. And it's only been 20 minutes. Anyways, whatever. So what was I saying? Shit, I don't remember now. What was I talking about? Right. I always think it's funny when things get thrown off roofs. Like, there's that one South Park episode where they fake Butter's death, and then so he can come back as Margarine or whatever. And, which, oh my god, I really, really want there to be a Metal Gear parody of that episode where they, like, fake. It should start with Snake, and they fake his death and replace him with Ray Ray, but it's because Ray Ray is so feminine. He can go to the all-girls sleepover and, like, nobody questions it. Like, that's another thing I love. Like, I finally saw that movie Hot Shots, and you know how there's, like, one woman in the group, but no, it's as if nobody sees that she's a woman? Like, everybody's always just, like, you know, good on you, soldier, and you're a good man, and shit like that. Like, she's standing there in her bra and shit, nobody ever acknowledges the fact that she's female, you know? Like, it should be like that. Like, Ray Ray should be just, like, going around, like, how he always looks, but, like, everybody should just be like, come on, girl, let's do our nails, you know, like, everybody should just, like, assume he's female, like, constantly, you know, and he'll, like, not even change his voice or anything, you know? Oh my god, I can just imagine the part where he's, like, in the closet crying, and they're just like, we're sorry, we were so mean to you, come out, we'll give you a makeover, you know, that would be so fucking cute. Anyways, Yeah, I hope there's some fucking Metal Gear fans out there. Luckily, Metal Gear has a pretty big fan base, so I hope somebody out there is like weird enough to make that. That would be so funny. I already saw the Metal Gear Rising one where they like where Cyborg Ray Ray was like he went out with Sam, and who's the best character, and they were dancing to fucking what is that fucking song? Careless Whisper. And he was wearing the red dress, but like over his like robot body. That was great. Anyways, where was I? Okay, pan over to show that the narrator is Hazel. Fiverr bursts. Oh yeah, I should have been doing that whole thing in John Hurt's voice, but no, I didn't. Pan over to show that the narrator is Hazel. Fiverr bursts in. Fiverr, come on, dude, we're gonna be late to the party. I can't do a British accent. Cut to the crazy and wild party. Everyone is there. Even Chase and Cameron are going dumb. Dumb. Remember that? And the huge, scary black biker dude is found the new love of his life. The horse from the ferry. Oh, it's living again. The Goo Goo Dolls and Mushu are up on the little karaoke stage. When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planet and love will steer the stars. You know what's funny is I also used that song in fucking Lord of the Rings parody, which I will someday read. So many of these songs just get reused and shit. Okay, cut over to the bar, where Kurt is flirting with a big boned, or as our friends in the ghetto say, thick and juicy, blonde in a plaid skirt. Oh, this is Jeff. Okay, the blonde seems to be kind of shy and is looking away. Kurt, you know, you have the most beautiful eyes. And I'm not just saying that. Blonde laughs. Oh, stop. Kurt. No, really, what's your name? Blonde looks up. Jeff. Kurt. Okay. Cut to Noah sitting at a table, watching the karaoke. Suddenly from behind him, he hears a seductive female voice with a Japanese accent. Voice, is the seat taken? I can't do the Japanese accent. Noah, without looking. Yeah, go ahead. He looks up. Whoa. Wolf whistle. Standing there is a young woman in her 20s, kind of like Samara, but older, taller, and a lot more Japanese. Noah, what is your name, beautiful? Girl, Sadako. Glances around subtly. Hey, it's crowded here. How about we go upstairs? Man, she wastes no fucking time. Noah, I don't know. I promised someone I'd watch the next act. Sadako, 5 minutes? Noah, sweat drop. The Goo Goo Dolls and Mushu leaves the stage, blowing kisses and getting lacy panties thrown at them. Sounds about right. A huge pair of boxer shorts gets thrown up there, too. That reminds me of, there's this, like, Christmas ad from, like, a really long time ago that we have saved on a VHS tape that we watch every year, and it's, like, they're singing a Christmas Carol with, like, all these underwear on the line, and all the underwear have the voice of whoever would be wearing it, so it's, like, you know, a big lady, big guy, these 3 little boys, and shit like that. Anyways, where was I? DJ Mr. Orange. That was Substitute Dildo, of course. Beautiful voices, if I do say so myself. A hot little group from the exotic lands of the Orient, otherwise known as the East Coast. There's that joke. Well, up next, here's a rock band so firecracker they're gonna burn your socks right off. From right here in Seattle, put your hands together for Show Ponies. Everyone at the party, woo! Lights up. Aiden is on drums, Rachel is on bass, Kurt is on guitar, of course, and Samara in the front is on the mic. Aiden, 1, 2, 3, go! Samara, well, there ain't quite nothing like being stuck down in a dingy well, but now I'm back for sure, and I got a story to tell. Everyone is moshing and having a badass time, even Jorge, the male prostitutica. Still, as Rachel glances out to the crowd, occasionally chiming into the backup vocals with oohs and growls, something seems out of place. A half hour later, they go, man, a half hour set? I guess that's standard, right? I don't know. How long is an average set? They go off stage, blowing kisses and getting lacy panties and thongs and football helmets thrown at them. Rachel sneaks around the back of the crowd and heads upstairs. She still has a creepy feeling. Rachel, I still have that creepy feeling. There are a bunch of closed doors upstairs. She walks up to one of them, pauses, and then, making her decision, flings open the door. There's Noah and Sadako, doing number 17. The spread eagle. Rachel, motherfucker! The end. It ends on a fucking Chicago joke, of course it does. Anyways, that has been the circular outline. Next story will be Dear Team 666. And I have to do an intro video for that one, because that has a story behind it. Anyways, Yes. Let me get out of this hot wig. Oh my god, come on. Can't you just go the way I want you to go? You fucking papers. Come on. I have to, like, hole punch all of these and put them in the binder. Next time, when I do Dear Team 666, I'm gonna have the binder right here and the hole punch right here. They're, like, packed right now, and I still haven't unpacked them, even though I've been moved in for, like, a month. Anyways, bye-bye.